Alrighty guys, welcome back. So today we're just going to have fun. And we're going to play around with some of these big polymer clay beads. You know, the ones that you don't want to put into anything. I mean, that's huge. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. So, since I've got a bunch of blue already out, we're going to start with some blue. So I'm going to grab some head pins really quick, which I should have had before I even started. And we're going to just make some keychains and maybe some purse charms. So we'll see how these turn out. So I've got a ton of jump rings. So I'm just going to grab a whole bunch of them. Wow, that's a lot of jump rings, or head pins. And then I'm going to figure out, first of all, the length that I want this to be. Okay, so some of my jump rings are heavy gauge and some aren't. So we're going to grab the heavy gauge, and I'm going to see how hard it is to put all this together, as in how easy I'm going to be able to wrap these. So I'm just using a regular curved chain. I don't really use a whole lot of different stuff. The curved chain makes it easier. Because it's big and it's not something that I normally would use for jewelry. So they're great to use for keychains. You're not really going to see it. Okay, so I've got these big chains and then I've got these little ones here. These I got at Hobby Lobby. Who's got a ton of these actually. So we're going to just attach the chain to the split ring here. Okay, and we're just going to figure out how long you're going to want this on your purse. I don't want to go too big. Okay, so we'll start with that size and see how that works. You know, so that's just going to hang off the side, and you're going to have a big bead here on the bottom. So let me do that one. And I may need some, oh, are you kidding me? I don't have a hole in this one. Wow, that's unusual for me. So now I just got to stick a hole in there. Alrighty, well, sorry about that. Wasn't quite ready for this, I guess. So I'm just going to find like the most pointy side, if that makes sense. I've got a really tiny drill on here. I'm just going to make sure that you go straight up and down. I'm hoping this will go all the way through, so I'm just going to kind of use that same drill bit and pray that it goes all the way to the other side. There we go. Alright. So now obviously we are going to need a large jump ring or head pin. I don't usually use jump rings with, or not jump rings, I don't use head pins very often with these. Oh, and this is the perfect size. This is when you need to pull out all your tools when you do this. And then when it comes to using jump rings, I usually use 18 gauge because this is going to get tugged on. So you don't want it to fall off. Now you can wire wrap every piece and attach it right on there. That would keep them from falling off. But unfortunately, it doesn't hang right. So let me make sure this is like an 18 gauge. Okay, and this is just going to hang on the bottom. Okay, so this is going to give us our length. Okay, which I think is probably good. Okay, so now we've got this big ball. And then I may add just, I don't know, just something small on this. So I've got all these little beads here. And each one of them is going to be wire wrapped. So it'd be nice just to have one bigger bead right there in the center. So I pulled out a bunch of blues, but I don't think I pulled out enough. And I don't think I have just one that might be a little bigger. Okay, we're not going to worry about it. So basically now all we're going to do is we're going to wrap these all individually, and then we'll attach them. So on some of them I like to put 2 beads. So you could even add some seed beads to this. The easiest one would be that black and white, because I would just do black and white beads and maybe some crystal and maybe a couple red ones just to give it that pop. And I will probably just do a couple of these and then hit pause and do the rest. I don't know if you're going to want to watch me make all of these. It's going to take a while. And this way I can go look. Okay, that's not a head pin. I just want to use the small ones. I'm going to have to find some different beads to add to this as well. So I don't make my head pins the way everybody else does. I'm a little backwards. But honestly, they seem to be just fine. So now you can make these a cluster, where you can take one jump ring and throw 3 or 4 of them on there instead of just one at a time. That ends up giving you a really nice look. Okay, and you're basically just going to start stacking it up. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have about 12. So I thought I had greens in this. I probably can use some greens. This is like a teal, which should be okay. I don't think we're going to use the dark blue. What other colors do we have? So we'll do 2 more of those. We'll do a total of 4 teals. We're going to use some of these light greens. Okay, so we're going to do all of those. And then we'll add some like crystals. I'm not sure. I mean, they don't look bad. I don't like the big ones with them. I just rearranged all my beads, and I thought I had everything kind of in the same drawer, and I didn't. I put all my crystals in containers. 2, 2, 2. We'll take 2 of those out. I'm having a little hard time finding everything today. Alright, so all that can get put away. Alright, so let me grab a couple more beads. I'm going to go ahead and wrap these up, and then we'll just come back for the final assembly. So this way you guys don't have to watch me do every single one of them. I don't want to bore you, so I'll see you in a bit. Alright guys, so yes, we got a mess scattered in front of me. I get that. Hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm trying to do. I don't know if I've got enough here, but we're going to start assembling this now. And we'll just play it by ear and go as we need to. So I try to keep it all pretty much the same colors, but I feel like I need something else in there in order to make it pop. So we're gonna see how this goes. So this is probably the longest part of the whole process. I want to use my nails, but I don't have any nails. And if I use my nails, I'm going to end up cracking one all the way down. So let's do a couple of these. Do this little green blue one right here. Actually, I'm going to put this one on this side of it. Just to look and see how full we have to make this in order to jingle jangle our way through it. So you can have it to where it's full, or you can have it not so full. I think full would be prettier. Yeah, I gotta find some different colors to use, a little more whites and stuff like that. But for now, I'm gonna at least put these on. Okay, so basically that's all we're going to do all the way down. Now if you don't want any of that chain to be shown at all, you're just going to have to kind of like just fill this up. And when I mean fill it up, I don't mean just putting it all on that one jump ring, but put a couple. Let me show if I can show you through this. Like put 2 of them together on one jump ring. Let's see if that makes it a little more full. See, I still see a lot of chain. But I'm going to work all the way down. I'm just going to add some of these till we get to the bottom, and we'll see what it looks like and where we can add on from that. So I'm just using a few of the polymer clay leaves that I've made a while ago. They're all kinds of different colors, so I've just been throwing those on. So I can add some yellows and maybe some greens and stuff like that. So I'm going to continue working on this. And I'm going to clean up a little bit so when I show it to you the next time, we don't have all this clutter in front of us. So I will be back shortly. Alrighty guys, so we are done. I wanted to come back and show you my very first purse charm. What do you think? So I didn't know if I wanted to add a little bit more. I don't know if I can get rid of that chain showing at all. Maybe if I cluster a bunch of beads together, I can probably do so, but I think this one I'm just going to leave it alone. There you go. It just needs to be opened up a little bit, I guess. And that's it. So this was just basically by putting jump rings on these chains separately. If you want to cluster, what you would have to do is basically take 3 or 4 of these beads, put it on one jump ring, and then attach that jump ring to this. So on the next one that I make, I don't know if it's going to be the black and white one or this turquoise one, or I also have a red bead that's not polymer clay that I might do next. I can show you how that works as well. So I just wanted to come back and show you what we finished. Hope you guys like it. And just a way to get rid of your single beads that you have no other use for. I mean, it would make a nice pendant too. I mean, you can hang it that way if you had to, and I don't know. I think that's a little too much. But anyways, we got our first purse charm done, so I'm pretty happy. So you guys take care, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.